the science of agriculture, the land, the seas, and the man.
Agricultural survival.
They have represented me with the worst image, but I know without a doubt that it's because of your lack of knowledge. Foresight, they don't have to see distance. That's why they're living in ignorance.
The man.
I Chelasway, I say, any country that use.
Hi, I'm your host tonight on What Matters at the Roundtable. Stanley West McPherson, May the 23rd, 2017. We're on Pegasus and we're live. We're in the studio, Channel 13, Time Warner, Spectrum. Yes, we're on Spectrum. And you can call us live in the studio. Area code 607-272-0319. If you missed tonight, you can pick us up on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. or Thursday morning at 10:30 a.m. or Sunday at 3:30 p.m. But if you don't have cable, if you don't have Spectrum, and you see me rounding about, get my phone number or my email and I'll send you a direct link to the show. People all around the world has a direct link. We send them a direct link to the show. We got Seneca. She's at Cornell University. She's getting her PhD and she's from Turkey. She gets a direct link. Also, one of our crew members in London. Yes, she's in London, Irene. She gets a direct link to the show. Also, Jacob's cousin, Chase, yes, he's in Lebanon, Beirut. He gets a direct link to the show. And also, we have Kimberly in Texas. She gets a direct link. And we have Roy in India. Yes, India. He gets a direct link to the show. So that means you can watch it at any time you want. And you can see it. And then you can see any other shows from that link. So you can get a link to your phone or your tablet, but you can get a direct link. So guess what? You can have the show. Or you can, guess what? You can see us live on cable, Spectrum, or Time Warners. Right now, I want to give the shout outs to the girls. And the first one is Chela. She's got something new coming out. It came out in May, and it's 10th anniversary with Straight Stunning magazine. And she's got this magazine. It came out in May, and you can get it on Spectrum. Time Warner Cable, go on there and you can get it. She also has new materials coming out, and she's #1 in the industry, and they want her all around the world. They have been calling her to do all kind of modeling, and now she's #1 in that industry. And this is sexyassladies.com. And guess what? She's on Spectrum. And you can go there and you can get her. Don't ask me. Don't get it from me. Get it from her on Spectrum. She also has Chocolate Models, 31 issues. You also can get that on Time Warner Cable, Spectrum. She also has CM Honey's Chelasway, and she truly is a honey. And so you can get all of her material on Spectrum. She has new stuff coming out, and you can get that as well. She also has Straight Stunning. This is issue number 45, and you can get that on Spectrum. Okay, Straight Stunning magazine. don't forget, now she's dealing with the cartoons on Saturday, the Looney Tunes. Children get up in the morning and first thing they do is they run to right to the TV set and go watch Looney Tunes and forget all about breakfast and everything. Well, she can be on a cereal box near you, okay? Cartoons and cereal will go together on your Saturday morning with Chelasway. So you can get her new material, and she's coming out June, sexyassladies.com. It's a video, 20 minutes. It's coming out in June. You can get that at Spectrum. Also, I have shout outs for Jackie. She's at Sally's now. We also have Ashley, Jean, and Anna. They're all in the mall. And so we want to give them shout outs and we want to thank them for our facial over the weekend. Laura and Jean. They did a beautiful job on Milton and I gave us a facial, and it was beautiful. We just rest up and enjoyed it. Also here with me, co-host Milton Webb. And we have two other guests, special guests, John, Skyler. These men going to tell you what is going on around Ithaca as we talk about what's going on today. Tonight, what matters at the Roundtable. Gentlemen, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
John,
good.
Skyler, hi. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good?
Good. Let me hear a little bit about you, what is going on with you, John.
Sure. So my full name is John Exner, and I attend Cayuga Community College in Auburn, New York, which is actually where I met this cool cat, and I became close friends with Skyler. So I am involved in the local Auburn Players Community Theater in Auburn.
Okay.
And it's been a lot of fun. I've done that for like about 3 years now. And I also do college theater with Harlequin Productions. Great director, Bob Frame. I love working with him.
Okay.
So I've done acting for a long time, and I'm also involved with a political non-for-profit organization, Young Americans for Liberty. Good.
That's good. It's good to have you here tonight with Skyler talking about these issues that's on this table, because these are serious issues, you know. So that's very good tonight. Skyler, hi. How you doing?
Very good.
What is? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a student over at the college at Brockport.
Okay.
I'm currently studying to become a teacher.
All right.
And along with my colleague here, John, we run a political podcast called the JCS Podcast.
Okay.
It's a three-man crew where we get together and we talk about some of the hottest topics in the world of politics and in the United States in general. And we cover a wide variety of topics. So it's a pleasure to be here.
Good. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Listen, the hot topic that we got tonight is immigration, man. They're just hauling people up out of here, man. And that's like, you know, the ISIS, you know, is they said immigration custody enforcement agency. This is what they're naming themselves, and they are hustling people out of here, and they are profiling people, and they are ambushing people, and the mayor can't do nothing about it, and they just throwing people in wagons and unmarked cars and getting them out of here to their immigration facilities, and then boating people up out of here. So this is a real hot topic, because we like, no, that's a no-no, you know. That's some stuff that, you know, the CIA or the mob would do, you know, throw you up in a wagon and hush you up on out of here, and you don't know what's up, you know, and the mayor can't do nothing about this, the police can't do nothing about it. What's up with this?
Right, that's a very good point. And at one point in time, when illegal immigrants would come over, even if they, you know, were captured and about to be deported, they would get a fair trial.
Right.
And a majority of them would get something that's called asylum.
Okay.
And asylum is where if they were in immediate danger in their lives, or if there were horrible things going on in the country that they came from,
Yes.
we would be able to hold them here, keep custody of them, and help keep them safe. And as you said,
That's
now
right.
we're sort of skipping to
Thank
deporting.
you. Exactly. They're going right past due process or any other immigration laws, rules. They just, boom, you here and now you gone.
There is no rules. They just taking them off the street.
Exactly.
And it's like that happened to this one guy here.
Yeah.
They just swooped him up off the street. Nobody's seen nor heard from him again. So you don't know where they taking these people, man, or what they doing.
That's
to
true.
them.
That's right.
You know, especially like if you're walking down the street and all of a sudden somebody just coming and starts snatching at you and grabbing at you, trying to throw you into a van, the first thing that's coming to your mind is, say, wait a minute, what in the world is going on
Exactly.
here? Because you don't know what's happening. And they're not trying to tell you nothing. They're not identifying themselves. They're not doing none of that.
Right.
That could be a big problem.
Of course that's a problem.
But, you know, the thing about it is, how is it that you got the mayor's hands tied
Yes.
and the police hands are tied? You can't even say the police did anything wrong because they can't do nothing about it.
That's true.
You
That's
know, so
right.
I mean, how do you justify that?
No, you
And
sure
where is
can't.
it coming? Who put these people in a position that they can do that? That's who we need to talk to.
That's right.
That's who we need to find out is who's doing all of this. Where is it coming from?
Right.
All right. So, I mean, it can happen to anybody. Skyler, you could be walking down the street with John one day and somebody just wobble and snatch you up, mistaken identity.
Thank you.
All right. So there you go. You're standing up there, John, talking about, hey, wait a minute. And the next thing you know, they're telling you either be quiet or whatever. What you gonna do? Who you gonna call? You can't even call the police and say they took him. What they gonna do for you?
That's right. Because they're not going to do nothing, you know. And that right there, that bothers a lot of people because you have a lot of people that came over here from other countries, not for running purposes, but because maybe their country was annihilated by this country. You know, so, hey, they over here now and, you know, they ain't got no country and guess what? They here. So where you going to send them at? You destroyed the country. Where you going to send them? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to the topic of immigration in general, like our country needs to actually have like a rational discussion on, you know, when we let people into the country, how are we going to go about it? And how are we going to go about it in a way where, you know, we're not being ridiculous by acting like bigots, but at the same time having law and order. So, you know, just, but you know, taking the medium of both extremes.
And then you know what they really need to be doing from the beginning is looking at how this country became. This country became, look at the Statue of Liberty. That statue was from France. Immigrant, okay? Migrant. It was an immigrant. And then they refigured it and tried to make it as a Caucasian look, okay? But it was from France. So basically, this country was migrated and came together from other countries. People from other countries. People built this country from other countries, all walks of life. So now you want to kick people out and break the country up and try to make the country as way you want to make it. No. This country was from the beginning. People came from all over, you know. They said Christopher Columbus ran to this country, okay? They gave him a day, okay? He was running from somewhere and landed here, okay? So guess what? Everybody ran from somewhere to come here, okay? So now my thing is, if that's the case, why are you kicking people out? What changed? See what I'm saying? This is keep the statue the way it was. It came from France, right? Then why change it? Okay? People make this country from all over. From every country they came and they built and they made this country. Okay, so now why are you kicking them out? You see? And this is what the problem is. You're trying to do something that was already status quo.
Yeah, that's a very valid point. And I also think it goes to show that our immigration system needs to be reformed.
Yes.
Why is it that such large scale masses of people have to get into this country illegally.
Right.
What can we do to fix our system now so that people can get in quicker, faster, easier, and more efficiently? I think that's a huge, huge question we need to address.
Exactly, exactly. And you know what? They are not trying to address that issue. What they're trying to do is get people out, okay? And dictate on who they want to stay, okay? Oh, you a citizen, you're born here, all right, you stay. Oh, you what? Two children was born here, and one was born halfway from this country to another, so a dual citizen. Well, we don't want the dual citizen. We want the one that was it. You know, so you know, it's a mix-up. You know, they don't have they things in order. You know, to tell people which to go, which one can stay, which one can go. You know, and then certain people been here for like 50 years, 60 years. Or from another country, now you're kicking them out. This is their country. Listen, everybody been here 50 to 60 years, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Listen, this is their country. They ain't got no country back there. This is their country.
Yeah, they don't know nothing back there.
Thank you.
Everything here is what they know.
Exactly.
And the thing about it, you know, you could be kicking somebody out of here that has a business, owns a house, got children, a family. And the whole thing about it is you're kicking these people out here because you're racial profiling. And the thing about it is, what are you going to do with the children?
Right.
Because now the children were born here, so now all of a sudden you're splitting up families.
That's right.
So how does that get to be, you know, the American way?
Thank you.
You know, I mean, when it comes right down to it, what are you doing for these people other than nothing except for splitting them up, breaking up the family?
Right.
You're going to send this man back? Okay, now what about his wife and the children?
Thank you.
Okay, so what? She got papers. He been here for 30 years. He got to have papers somewhere. He got to have his name in a book somewhere that says he can be here.
Thank you.
Or for 30 years, they didn't just overlook him for 30 years.
No, they did not.
So therefore, he has to have a visa or something, somewhere where he got his name in a book somewhere. And these people ain't trying to hear that. You're coming with me. All right? I don't want no resistance. And it's kind of messed up. It's really bad. And like you say, Stanley, all walks of life built this country.
That's right.
Immigrants built this country.
Yes.
All right, and how are you going to tell these people that they can't be here? Their forefathers and mothers helped build this country.
That's right.
So when it comes right down to it, why are you sending them back?
Right.
What's the reason for these people have to leave? What is the reason? They're not bothering nobody.
No, they're not.
They're not breaking no laws.
No, they're not.
So they could be a good figure in the community.
Thank you.
All right, they could be a figure to where like they can help the children. You know, or them donating time in the morning for kids that are going to school, being a crossing guard.
That's right.
Anything. And all of a sudden, you want to send this man or this woman back for what? What crime or what is it that they committed to where you got to tell these people, y'all got to go? All right. No ifs, no ands, no nothing. So what is the deal and the problem all of a sudden?
That's crazy. I know, John, you have friends you went to school with, and you know that you like, hey, what? You going back? Are they trying to get you know, stuff like that is like, you know, it's like heartbroken because these are people you know, and it's not, you know, where they came from, it's, you know, where they at, you know, and they're trying to get rid of people like that, and we don't like that.
Yeah, I think too, kind of like what Skyler was saying with how can we reform the immigration system in our country where someone who wants to come here and work and contribute to our country
exactly.
and shares in the values that we all do of like hard work, individual responsibility, and how can we make it where they can come here with their family or with their and definitely do that. The one thing that I will say is I do understand as well the part where people might be concerned about, like, you know, depending on what kind of immigration system you have, there are like millions of people who will come here and want to work and want to contribute. But for example, like yesterday in Manchester, there was the terrorist attack at the Ariana Grande concert, and 19 people died, and one of them was an 8-year-old girl.
Okay.
And you know they're still investigating that situation, but I can also see the concern where if you don't have any laws, you can immigrate to the country. If you have too much of, well, we're just going to let whoever come in, incidents like that can happen, and
Right.
it's happened in more than just Manchester.
Exactly.
So that's a very huge concern of mine as well, and I'm sure with all of us, we all understand that. Absolutely.
Exactly. But we see, we're not dealing with someone outside trying to get in. We're dealing with people already in. So that's right. You trying to put them out. They're not messing around. They not hurting nobody. They're already inside. You need to be dealing with the people that's trying to get in here and hurt something up. Those are the ones you need to be looking at. Just like you said, that issue right there in Manchester, that issue. See, because he could have been trying to get in. You know, somebody let him in with a visa or how he got through. You see what I'm saying? They ain't looking at that. They're not focused on that. They worrying about who's already on the inside, trying to get people out, instead of be trying to look at people trying to come in. You need to open up your scope on them, you see, because they the one has the vendetta against you, not the ones already here. You see, so their focus is on the wrong thing, period. You know, it's not on who already is in the kitchen. It's who's trying to get in the kitchen. That's the one that mess up everything. That's the one you need to check on. You see, so this country needs to do a lot of searching, you know, evaluation. You know, they need to go to the table like us here, the round table, you know, because, listen, if we can tell them what to do, then we know that they can know what to do, you know. So it's not hard for you to say, because we can just say, you know what, listen, sometimes you need to check things out, because you ain't checking things out too much. You're just letting things go past. Oh, he got a visa. Okay, let him in. Oh, he went through the blue tape. Okay, let him in. No, see, you're not doing no checking. Where did he come from? You know, what kind of vendetta do he got? You know, hey, a lot of people got things against the United States. We did things to so many, you know, we didn't spread ourselves out real thin in other countries. And so people got vendetta. You didn't hurt people, this and that. So people trying to get at you, you know, and we're not looking at that. Sometimes it takes people years to come at you.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you on the point that I think that U.S. foreign policy definitely needs to be changed.
Yeah.
I think we're involved. We get involved in way too many civil wars.
That's right.
In the Middle East.
Exactly.
And having basically an empire where we have bases all over the planet.
Thank you.
So I definitely think we should scale it back. What I do think, though, is that not only is our foreign policy need to be fixed, but I think there are cases, not in every case, but it's definitely a mixed bag. There are cases where someone commits a terrorist attack where it might not have anything to do with the United States foreign policy, but they subscribe to an ideology that doesn't match up with the ideology that we may subscribe to in the United States.
That's true. That's right. And you know what? That is a great point, because everybody, you know, they got their own beliefs, you know, and some people, they will, you know, carry their ideology, you know, idiosyncrasy, everything to the T. They carry it. And that's to destroy whoever they're going after. So, you know, we are not trying to go there, you know, and that's the whole thing about it. We're not trying to go there. We are trying to say, you know what, the people that is here, don't bother them. If you want to track some people, track those that's trying to get in the country, you know, because you don't know nothing about them.
Right.
But you know more about the people that's already here.
Right, and whether you're, you know, Christian, Muslim, atheist, whatever, you know, this country was founded on the idea that you have freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and that those are great founding principles that we have. And the area where we should draw the line is if someone subscribes to a belief system where they actually want to transgress onto you and hurt you, then that's where we should draw the line. But other than that, you have freedom of religion to believe in whatever you want.
Exactly. That's true. That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. Skyler, you're a teacher. Hey.
Yeah.
Give us, teach us.
To become a phys ed teacher.
That's good. That's good.
You know, and a huge part of our curriculum is indeed about diversity.
Okay.
And so it's interesting, you know, we're on this topic today, and I think you started to allude to this point that a lot of the people trying to get into the country, a lot of the people that have malicious intent, they can give a bad name to the people that are already in the country.
That's right.
There's a lot of, a majority of people here that are Muslim are just peaceful, practice their religion. But on the other side of the ocean, there is a large majority of people that also are using the religion.
That's right.
In a way that we
Right.
don't deem necessary.
That's
here.
right. Exactly.
And so when they're trying to come in and there's all these attacks, once again, it can cause the media to point the finger
They
at
do.
everyone from that
They
religion.
do. They do. They do.
But the thing about that is that they do that. But,
They do, yep.
You can't take what one person does and then blame everybody that's that religion for that. And this is what I find a lot of things that happen here. If one person does one thing, and then all of a sudden, these people are walking over here and they're not bothering anybody. The next thing you know, they're getting hassled for something that this person over here done, and these people don't even know that person.
Okay. Exactly.
So the whole thing about it is, there you go stereotyping again.
Yeah.
So don't stereotype one person's religion because one person did something. So you can't put everybody in there. That's like when 9/11 happened. All right, everybody wanted to criticize everybody that was here that was from that country. You can't do that. They wasn't flying no plane.
Right.
They wasn't shooting at nobody. They wasn't trying to hurt nobody. They're going to school. They're living in communities, just trying to keep their self-respect.
Yeah.
And you got all these people over here that's doing crazy stuff, like you said, like last night, the guy that did the thing in the concert on Manchester. That was crazy. Okay, for one thing, they come to find out that he was part of ISIS. All right.
See?
And now the whole thing about it is, people that are walking down the street ain't bothering nobody. Now all of a sudden this van pulls up and snatches this person out and throws them in the van. For what? Because you think they're a piece of ISIS? That you think they're trying to, maybe they're not that way.
Exactly.
All right, but you can't judge. My grandfather used to always tell me, you can't look at a book cover and tell the knowledge that's inside the book. You can't look at a bull and tell the load that the bull can pull. So why are you judging another person because somebody of his nationality or somebody from his country did something that was bad, but he never did?
That's our time.
And I think it's definitely
That's our time. That's our time. We out of time. So I just I just want to let you know how time runs, how times get past us.
Yeah.
You see, next thing you know, our time is gone. But guess what? We can have y'all back next week.
Sounds great.
Okay, and we can pick this topic up next week. Okay, but right now I want to go back to our shout outs and go back to Straight Stunning, 10th year anniversary of Chelasway, Chela from the Bronx. She's got something out in May. She also has something new coming out in June, and this is called SexyAssLadies.com. She's coming out in June, and it's a DVD for about 20-25 minutes, and you can get it on Spectrum. Don't forget, she's got CM Honeys. She's truly a honey, Chelasway. Guess what? You can get it on Spectrum. And then she has Chocolate Models, 31 issues. You can get it on Time Warner's Spectrum. She has more than that. She's #1 in the industry. And guess what? You can get it. She also has the Looney Tunes. She's dealing Saturday morning. The Looney Tunes. And she's got Straight Stunning magazine, issue 45.
Put up the gun and make we farm up the ground. You know see from what here, too much blood a run. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food Africa in a ground.
Y'all come back next week?
Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's
Yes, I told you, that's how
left
it goes.
Kingston.
Time goes. You happy?
When you plant